everyone. Welcome to a special impromptu edition of FilmSnobbery Live. I am Nic Baisley, the host of FilmSnobbery Live, the founder of FilmSnobbery.com. I often leave that part out. I'm here today because I wanted to do a show with a very special guest, someone that you guys all probably know out there, girls, and also you might know her from Twitter and know her from her previous film that's on the circuit right now. It's out there, Adventures in Plymtoons, and she's got a new movie that she is working on right now. She's in the final hours of her Kickstarter campaign, so we wanted to give it one extra big push. The movie's called Ginger Girls, and our guest tonight is, I have never actually said your name out loud, so I'm hoping I get it right. Alexia Anastasio. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, Nick. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
I'm very happy to have you on the show, and I want to thank you for taking some time to chat with us. I know that you're obviously you're probably a big ball of stress right now trying to get this Kickstarter campaign up and going and trying to get it finished out strong.
Yeah. I think it goes with the territory of doing a Kickstarter campaign or any sort of fundraising campaign.
So go ahead and tell us real quick. I mean, you're how much? Give them the soft pitch. How much are you looking to raise?
I'm looking to raise in this first phase $5,000.
$5,000. And what are people going to get for that $5,000? I mean, what does $5,000 buy you?
Me? Just by me or to buy them?
Well, people are going to get entertainment. That's what they get. But what is their donation of a grand total of $5,000? What is that going to help you achieve in this first phase of getting Ginger Girls out there to an audience?
Yeah, it's especially going to help pay for studio costs for when I do interviews of the Ginger Girls, and especially for the celebrities that we are going to be getting in, and for all of the Ginger Girls in the different cities while I'm on tour.
You're like a rock star. You're on tour now. Are you trying to kind of get do those interviews while you're touring around with your other film that's currently out there, which I just missed in my neck of the woods here? It was out in Gloucester, Massachusetts. It was Adventures in Plymtoons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was at the Cape Ann Community Cinema, which is, for filmmakers out there, is an amazing, awesome place run by an independent guy, and he does sometimes Skype. Like, you could submit your film and get accepted because it's kind of like a film festival year-round, and like Skype in an interview. We actually went to Bill Plimpton and I went to the venue and did a Q&A, and Bill did a masterclass in a college in the surrounding area of Monserrat. So it's a very cool venue. I want to give a shout out to them and to tell filmmakers that submit your film.
Yes, and I was really happy to be able to promote some hometown people, because it's my neck of the woods, and it's really happy to give them a shout out. So you're touring around with this film right now, and I will Adventures in Plymtoons. While you're so busy with that, how did this other documentary, Ginger Girls, kind of pop into your head?
Well, it's been in my head for before I actually did the Plimpton project, but the timing was like the thing. I didn't want to just be doing the promotion thing with the Plimpton documentary. I wanted to actually make something at the same time. So it was like the perfect time to start another project. And as an actress, I'm usually not cast with other redheads too, so it's also an excuse to work with other redheads and to go into my personal kind of sort of heritage and similarities to other girls like me and their experiences growing up.
Now, genetically, I mean, they say that, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you're the documentarian, I'm sure you know, redheaded, the ginger gene, as it were, it's recessive, right?
Yes.
And so where in your family do you see that predominantly popping up from?
Actually, my mother and my father both have the gene. My dad's hair went white and my mom's hair went brown. But and they had it from their parents as well. So it was definitely a good chance. Me and my sister both have red hair, and my brother has brown hair with red highlights. So.
And what, in your opinion, makes redheaded? I won't even say red. I mean, in this case, you're saying Ginger Girls is the name of the documentary. But what do you think makes redheaded people so distinctive, aside from the hair? I mean, there's always, you hear so many, whether it's a little stereotypes or stigmas or whatever. I mean, what do you think really kind of makes them stand out like that, as opposed to, say, bald people or fat people or anything else?
Well, I think lots of different people stand out in different ways with their characteristics. I think it's an experiential, like it's experience that creates you. So if you were made fun of when you were younger, or, you had an incident here, or, somebody died, or whatever happened, in your life, that makes you because you make decisions based on that. So, I think having red hair, being sought out, being made fun of when I was a kid, and then also getting attention, from guys or whoever, because I have red hair too, it's like both, that creates you.
Now they say that they say that blondes have more fun. Is that true? And if it isn't, we should start a fight about that. Okay.
Yeah, I think we should. My blonde friends aren't really that interesting. So.
I love it. I do want to welcome one guest we have in the chat room for you right now, and that's David Foldy, and hopefully we'll get some questions from him as we go along here. But yeah, now you've decided to do this doc, Ginger Girls. Have you gotten a great response from just people in general? I noticed if you go to your Kickstarter page, so those of you who are out there, you can verify this. Please go to Kickstarter.com and look up Ginger Girls. It's actually very easy to find. And you've got some videos that you've done with, it's almost like a woman on the street type of thing. Has the response from people been fairly positive for this project so far?
Yeah, it has. I've seen on Twitter a lot of ginger hate comments. Sometimes I attack them, but usually I stay clear. But yeah, no, I go up to girls on the street, and I literally like I did one interview in the Chicago International Airport while I was on a layover. Most girls are pretty like, sure, I have a minute, I'm not doing anything. Or other people, I just say, oh, go check the trailer and then call me or email me or something, so I don't seem too creepy. It helps that I'm a girl,
mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. And that I look like I'm 12 also helps. And people want to know, like, oh, like, what else have you done? And then I say, oh, well, I just did a documentary on an Oscar-nominated animator, and that sounds prestigious. So that also helps.
That does also help. So you talk about some of the hate you see on Twitter and stuff like that. I know that gingers have gotten they've gotten some hating on, specifically on shows like South Park and stuff like that, and do you think that I would say the anti-ginger sentiments are being fueled by stuff like that, and or
no, I really don't. I think things like that, it's a comedy show, so they're going to be making fun of anybody. I mean, they make fun of Jewish people, so they go after everything, like most comedians. So I think it actually only helps that people are talking about it, like it's a thing, because sometimes, it's not. Yeah, that's basically.
Cool. Now, one of the things I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about how you got started in doing this? Because I mean, obviously you're out there promoting and touring with one film right now. You've got another one on deck. You are an actress and producer as well. I mean, you're kind of all over the place, and you look like you're 11, like you said. So let's go ahead and let's start at the beginning, and let's say tell everyone how you actually decided to get involved in doing all of this stuff, because you're beyond a triple threat. I mean, you've got like your hands in a little bit of everything. So what's the genesis of that?
Yeah. I mean, I could say, like, you know, playing make-believe when I was younger. But I was also shy, you know, when I was little, in kindergarten, I didn't say a word. My teacher thought, like, I couldn't speak. And so my mom put me into acting classes when I was about 11. And she tried to put me in, like, modeling, and I did tiny bit. Like, I was in a math book, like, I was one of those dorks in the math book.
That's okay. I did chess club. It's all good. We're all nerds here.
Yeah. So I really liked acting, and I got more into theater and doing. I went to every like performance art camp or sort of thing when I was younger, so my parents could get rid of me and they could actually work. And then it transferred to film because I found more kind of family community in making the film, and it was more enjoyable. Plus, you get to make even a short film in like 3 afternoons or something like that. And I was really interested in silent film, and I'm a visual artist as well. So it kind of like it was one thing that I found. I realized early on, like when I was about 16, 17, I wanted to do film because I could combine all my interests in one, and that was like film. So, and then I went to school. I was a new media major, and that was even better because it was even more well-rounded, and within like what was coming up in the world, sort of thing.
Awesome.
And I'm a dork, so.
Nothing wrong with being a dork. I can go and I can quote you so many episodes of Doctor Who, and which has another prominent redhead starring in it right now. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm. Yeah. So I totally hear you. You know, dorkiness when it comes to things like you know, graphic design or movies or stuff like that. It's you know. I find that redheads almost get kind of lumped in with that almost in some cases, and you know, and I don't know why, but anyways, so you've made a couple of documentaries, or you're touring with one now, you're making another one. What draws you to that kind of storytelling as opposed to, you know, some of the stuff you've acted in looks, you know, it's been narrative. You know, what kind of, you know, as for you telling these stories, what kind of draws you to the documentary form?
I think it's, well, I think when I started, it was an easy way, an excuse to talk to people, you know, and start a conversation. So even at like conventions or talking about relationships or what have you, it was an excuse to bring up the topic, and I didn't have to just, you know, say like, hey, you know. So the camera, everybody, well, a lot of people, you know, are kind of hams. And they're like, sure, I'll be in your documentary. Sure, we'll talk about relationships or whatever, what costume I'm wearing, and so and it's also, I think also how I learn too, you know, so by asking questions. So that was, so I think that's why that I tend to go sort of towards documentary angle. I do, you know. I'm going to be doing more narratives as well, and I think that's where I could like work more with people, you know, in a collaborative form.
Mm-hmm. Now, having been both in front of the camera and behind the camera, do you have a preference of, you know, where you like to be? I mean, whether it's even as a director or a producer or as an actress, or, you know, where are you most comfortable?
Well, I mean. No, I mean, I like doing all three. It's you definitely are more invested if you are the director or the actor, and it doesn't have to be one. It could be one or the other, not both, in the project. So and plus, like I just I acted in a feature project called Supernaturals with the Z, and I was an actor and a co-producer, and it was a lot easier to not worry about like the scene and not have all that like anxiousness, because I was worried about if everybody was getting fed, and being kind of a mother hen with all the girls, in the on set. So it feels actually more comfortable to me when I have more stuff to do. But then of course I love going on to like, commercials or music videos and not having to worry about that, and just saying, getting to hang out and just eat food and meet other actors. I love doing even extra work because of the other people and the actors I can steal from their from the set.
Nice. Now, do you for the things that you just act in, do you feel the same need to and compulsion to promote those projects as well as much as you do your own? And I only ask that question because I have so many people who act in projects on the show and or rather who direct projects on the show, but very few people who actually act in projects. And it seems like, especially in independent film, people who are acting in projects feel less compelled to do interviews than the directors do. And it's funny because it's the direct opposite of like mainstream film, you know what I mean? Like mainstream film, it's almost always like the main actor or actresses going out and promoting movies, and usually it's the director who kind of takes a step back. In independent film, it's just the opposite, I find. Do you have kind of a theory on that, maybe one way or another? I know that's an kind of left field question, but you do both.
It's a certainly valid question. I think that's why, being more invested as a producer, you have just more on the line for that project. So where I'm sorry to say, but most actors are just kind of flakes in that department. It's silly. It's because it's their brand and likeness too, and that'll help them go forward. But I don't know why it's like that.
Well, I would think that mainstream film has it when they sign a contract to be in a movie, that part of that contract is about the promotion of that film, whereas I would think that most independent filmmakers don't have that same stuff written into any contract, if there even is one,
Right, and it's also all about the money, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like when you're getting paid like $100 or $100 a day, you're going to be less likely to be like, oh, I'm going to stay up to 12 at night and do an interview for you. I have, another gig tomorrow morning, so.
Right. And like these interviews are hard. I mean, especially like a call-in deal. I do a lot of those. I get invitations all the time to do these call-in interviews with people, and they're like, oh yeah, you can go talk to Dane Cook or something like that. And I'm like, how hard is it to sit around and just talk on the phone to some guys? And usually you only get like 10, 15 minutes, so it's not, it can't be a huge cut in. I don't know, but with independent filmmakers, I'll have a filmmaker on here for half an hour, or whatever, and then but you rarely hear from the actors or actresses. And I've heard, other reasonings like, they're more concerned about getting, finding more work, you know what I mean? What paid or otherwise. I don't know. It's weird. Like you said, it is their likeness.
Right, exactly, and it's their brand, and I think, I don't know why, but actors don't think of it as much of that business because they're waiting for other people to hire them, whereas in the actor-producer, they're not waiting, and they're just doing it. So, and they do think of it more of, like, I guess, business.
Well, on the plus side, we are getting some nice retweets here for the show tonight, and we don't have as much participation as I would like at the moment, but that's okay. But someone that we both know, Lucas McNelly, was nice enough to tweet us up here, as well as David, that's in the chat room right now. Let's see. Also, shout outs to Christine Cole and Flights of Sophie on Twitter as well. And looks like, let's see. Bourbon Road and Plymtoons Dock, which I believe Plymtoons Dock is probably you.
I mean, really? Oh.
Maybe.
So. Oh yeah, that was me. That was me.
And redheaded actress Emily Schooley also says that she said that is a project that she can get behind.
Oh yay! Good.
So one other thing we're going to do what was that?
My email is on for the Ginger Girls is on my Kickstarter. So any girls with red hair who want to be interviewed or in the project that can contact me.
Well, and here's another good one for you. Film Threat. Just our good friend Mark over at Film Threat just retweeted us. Yay!
Oh, yay.
So and Mark's birthday was yesterday. So belated happy birthday to Mark.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mark.
I'm going to, let's see, and David apologized. He says he's multitasking, passively listening. But you know what? For those people who are just tuning in or will tune in hopefully shortly, I'm going to go ahead right now and I'm actually going to play I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the pitch video for for Ginger Girls, and when we come back, we'll have a little bit more time with our guest Alexia Anastasio, and then and we'll also show you a little bit later maybe the trailer for her other movie that she's actually touring with right now, Adventures in Plymptoons. But for now, we got to get your whistles wetted for Ginger Girls, and hopefully after you see this, you'll just start throwing tons and tons of cash, because that's what we need right now. Tons and tons of cash, all of it. Just empty the wallets. This is like a mugging in New York. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Alexia Anastasio, and I'm a redhead.
Down the street, like, some people say, like, "Ah, you're a little ginger."
When I was in elementary school, kids would tease, and I don't know how I would think of this as a kid, but I'd just be like, yeah, you know, like, I prefer cherry top, I prefer carrot top.
People call me, like, Pippi Longstockings. And I got pushed down the stairs, I got gum put in my hair.
Like, a girl threatened to like cut my hair because she thought that I loved my hair so much. She's like, "Oh, you think you're so cool with that hair?"
Being singled out because of it, I can name from 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade an incident from a teacher and a student.
To be honest with you, I hated my hair color because that was what people first saw. They saw the hair color.
You know, I think it actually used to annoy my mom, and she used to tell me to just respond to everyone and say that God gave it to me, because obviously it wasn't her that I got it from.
Look at that, it's a ginger.
When I was in high school, I thought boys would never like redheads, and then apparently there's this whole redhead thing.
Then hey Ginger, you're a ginger, you know, just kind of like a calling of a name, I guess. The guys I've actually dated have said that they have a thing for redheads.
I've gotten flowers, I've gotten cupcakes, I've gotten trips, offers for trips, I've gotten plane tickets, and this is all based on my red hair.
Look at that, it's a ginger. Oh my God, it's a devil from below. Look at that, it's a ginger. Oh my God, I want it, I'll pay some dough.
Boom, money. That's what it's all about right there. We need money for Ginger Girls. Go to Kickstarter.com and make sure you look up Ginger Girls and throw all of your money at it. Not just some of it. They want all of it. Come on, it is.
Anything helps. Anything helps, and even people reposting helps, or nominating a ginger girl near you.
Yes, and that said, no, if you can't give money, give time, as we always say here. Throw it a retweet, post it on your Facebook wall, share it with your friends, the whole 9 yards. Every little bit counts, and I'd say 'tis the season, so why not give the gift? You know what? Why don't you make a donation in someone else's name? There you go. That's a good way to give. That's a little early Christmas present for someone. See, there you go. And then that person, done. You can be like, I donated to a movie about, women with red hair. And they'd be like, why did you do that? And they're like, why not? And they were like, you're absolutely right. So,
Thanks, Nick.
You're welcome. See, that's my pitch video right there. So the whole thing is, why not? So what are some of the things that you've been doing to get the word out on this project?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I've been doing 1 minute on-the-spot interviews, like I said before, with girls. some of them that I have interviewed, full interview, or some people who I've just met, like at the American Film Market or at the Bend Film Festival. It's just been great. And I've also been taking photos of every ginger in like advertising that I see on a bus stand or a cover of a magazine or ginger snaps in a grocery store or any sort of thing. I've been posting it on my Facebook, and then I created a Facebook page for the movie, a Tumblr page for the movie, and a Twitter account. So actually, just since that, like I've been getting a following on those pages, which I'm happy about.
And are these your ginger snaps? Is that what these are? These pictures?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. You can have that.
I've also been reblogging and friending people on Tumblr. There seems to be a community, both on Facebook and Tumblr, but it seems like a lot more on Tumblr of people who like to post Redhead of the Day pictures and art photography pictures and different things like that. So I've been reposting pictures and then also kind of what I call content advertising and trying to post up, ginger girls and music and a video or any sort of like different lists sort of thing.
Another one you might want to look into, it's just coming off the top of my head, would be Reddit. Reddit might actually have like actual groups for redheaded girls or ginger girls.
What is it?
Reddit, Reddit.
Oh, wow. I think that's on my calendar. Okay, yeah, Reddit.
You might want to check that out. But yeah, no, that is okay. I'm just going. Oh, and Lucas McNelly says, of course, make sure at Alexia Anastasio hits her goal. So.
I guess I just saw that. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, now, so you've been so you did go to AFM. You mentioned.
Yes.
And
I was representing 5 projects there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell anyone who's never been there what that experience is like.
It sucks. You have to meet, you have to call people, the distributors. You make appointments. They tell you if they're interested or not, if they're for different territories, theatrical, or if they're the sales agents, if they're, can sell it, and how much it'll cost you for them off the top for them to sell it. Because how much it's going to cost them to take a booth at AFM and at Cannes and Berlin and all these places. And so it sucks. It's good to get like a producer's rep, like Plimpton has. But what I've been doing so far is going to conventions for forgetting all of that really, and going to conventions and selling my movies myself and meeting fans and shaking hands and babies and all of that, because putting a temporary tattoo on a baby's head is just like it's physical. It's right there. It's awesome.
Nice.
And you get more out of it, and it's personal. So that's what I've been doing. I've been actually self-distributing my short films and my feature films along the way.
And it seems like you've got a really good grasp of like the you have a better grasp on what most people in independent film don't in terms of the business side of stuff. Where do you credit a lot of that information and that know-how from say film school?
No.
No?
Not. No, they didn't teach me anything like that. I went to SUNY Purchase and I was a new media major, and it was mostly about practicing and just doing it. I think I learned that from watching my mother. She has her own real estate company, and she is an entrepreneur. She started her business from the ground up, sort of thing.
You're cutting out a little bit. There we go. We lost you for a second. I don't know if it's me or you.
school.
Oh. Now, it looks like we lost her, but that's okay. She'll be back in a second. In the meantime, yeah, for those of you guys who haven't gone over to Kickstarter.com yet and checked out Ginger Girls, you definitely should. You should go ahead and open up your wallet, give them some money. If not, give them some time. Throw them a quick tweet. Throw them quick to your Twitter people. If you are, throw them some little Facebook action. If you can't do that, not a problem. Go ahead and try to nominate an actress or nominate a redhead that you know that might want to be in this documentary, so that Alexia can check out. It's good stuff all around. It's real good stuff all around. And one of the things that I just love about this project, and the reason why we decided to do a special show, I mean, this is Tuesday. We don't do that, so. It's a special Tuesday show today. I think it's Tuesday. God damn, I don't even know what day it is. It is Tuesday. Yes, December 6th. This project really only has, I think, 15 hours left. It looks like Alexia's calling back in. Yeah, this project only has like 15 or so hours left, so it's really important for everyone out there to go ahead and give whatever they can. I don't have, let's see. Are you with me, Alexia? Hello, possibly. Oh, there's a problem with this call. Trying to get the call back. Oh, she's having some problems on her side. That's okay. I'm going to go right now over to Kickstarter.com myself while I'm here on live with you people, and I am going to look at Ginger Girls. That just sounded wrong the way I said it. And right now they are 21% funded. They've raised $1,093 with 33 backers. They've got 14 hours to go, so less than even what I said. 14 hours. There's no reason why you guys can't get it. Let's get her to 1,100, and then let's get her to 1,500, and then let's get her to 2,000. We just watched another prominent. Oh, it looks like we got a phone call coming in. Alexia. Ah. That's okay. So we just saw another pretty large project. I think it was, I can't remember how much money it was. I think it was like $25,000 for Gregory Bain's movie, new movie. Yeah, that just, I mean, they killed it in like 24, 48 hours. They just absolutely just ran the train on that campaign, and it was successful. So there's no reason why we can't get this campaign going to, all the way to the goal. 14 hours, absolutely, definitely should be done. I want to thank our guest, who was just on and will probably be coming back, I hope, Alexia Anastasio, for coming on, talking about her experiences both in the industry with this movie here, Ginger Girls, that she's making now, as well as Adventures in Plymtoons. It looks like she is trying to call back. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi, there she is. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
You're with me. Excellent. So, we got a little interrupted. Why don't you pick up where we kind of left off?
All right. Where was that?
Oh, that was a good question. You were talking a little bit about how you really weren't prepared by film school to do what you do as far as the business side of making films, but you were really influenced by your mom, who owned her own real estate practice.
Yeah, and then also growing up, selling Girl Scout cookies and selling 50/50 raffle tickets for soccer and for travel team, and selling tickets for kids in Nicaragua, in high school, and doing a lot of like community service stuff, and that sort of stuff like kept me out of trouble, and also I think prepared me for the sales side of filmmaking and the business side.
That's kind of funny. It's very similar. I mean, when I was growing up, I had a bit of an entrepreneurial kick myself. I used to do similar things, not Girl Scout cookies, obviously, but and as I got older, I ate the Girl Scout cookies. I did a shitload of that, but as I got older, I mean, I was a car salesman, which taught me how to negotiate and how to not be intimidated when someone, throws down a no or a maybe, I was able to kind of get over my fear of confrontation with people. And then, later on as a network engineer, I learned how to do stuff. It was transferable skills, and it sounds like, those life experiences that you had really, prepared you to take on, those people at the AFM. It's funny, most filmmakers I talk to that go to things like that are so prepared for what, to experience there, that they don't know how to set up those meetings. They don't know how to enter those negotiations, and they get very intimidated very quickly, and a lot of them will jump at that first offer. And how do you feel you handled yourself? And was that your first time there?
It wasn't my first time there, but I feel like it was probably the first time there that I did it most aggressively, with setting up a lot of the meetings. And it can be intimidating, when you go up to a booth and say, so, can I set up a meeting? And then they say, well, we're only looking for projects for that you spent $1 million plus, and I'm like, well, this is my list. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll meet with you anyway, because you have celebrities in it. So, $1 million plus really means celebrities, so why didn't they just say that,
Right.
So,
well, because they're looking at the marketability of your project. I mean, it's funny. I really find it odd that most distributors, and this goes for producers as well, I find, that they're not willing to take a chance on a movie that could possibly be good because of the budget level. Almost that the budget level is some indication of the quality of story. You would think that if you could, or the quality of the film itself, you would think that if they could get in on the ground level on a lower costing film, even if they had to spend more money afterwards to, whether it's for rights, for music, or to get that celebrity or whatever, you would think that they would, that they would want to, have a less investment to try to make up more money on the other side. Yeah. Because, Jerry, my co-host, everyone knows co-host, Jerry Cavallaro, he runs into the same problem. He's actually trying to sell 2 scripts right now, and the biggest problem he was running into with one of them in particular was, he's like, well, we can make this movie for $100,000. They're like, we don't do anything for under $1 million. And he's like, but we can make this movie for $100,000. We don't need $1 million.
yeah.
It's like I just saved you $900,000.
Right, yeah.
I
They don't believe it. They really don't believe it. And even for $100,000, you can get celebrities.
Totally.
People don't understand that. You don't need a celebrity for 100 days, for them to,
Exactly.
On the cover,
now, while we were
on.
waiting for you to come back, we did tell everyone right now you've got your if you go to Kickstarter.com and you look at Ginger Girls, you will find that you've got 33 backers. You've got 14 hours to go. What is your plan to make up the difference here on what you've raised to get to the end of to get to your goal? What are you going to do for the next 14 hours?
Well, basically, what I've been doing today, this afternoon, is I've been having a dance-a-thon. And this helps beat the stress. When I'm dancing, I'm not really thinking about, oh shit, we didn't get another backer in the last minute, and oh my goodness, we still have, $3,907 to go, and oh my goodness.
Not that you're counting or anything.
Right, exactly. Oh no, 14 hours, 3. Oh, and there's always it's always been a numerology thing. So we have 33 backers, we have 3 comments, we have 27 updates, which is divisible by it's $1,093. Where did that 3 come from? Maybe 3 people gave $1, or sometimes people give a weird number, $27 or whatever. I don't know what these, Adventures in Plymtoons 8 was the number, the magic number. So 3 happens to be the magic number in this one so far.
Yes, even with the amount of hours you have going right now, you have 14 hours, but 4 minus 1 is 3, so there you go.
There you go.
See?
4 minus 1 is 3. Oh my goodness, yeah.
See, we're not messing around now.
I know.
So
It's like that storks, coming out. I'm everywhere.
now, when people are looking at this page, one of the things that I know some people look at is they look at the perks. If someone were to donate some money right now or within the next 13, 14 hours, what could they expect to get?
Well, first of all, they get a film credit, and they get, for like different levels, like $5, you get a photo and an email from me on the road. $10 or more, I will call you with a gingerly message. And I love that one. That's like my favorite.
I'd love to know what a gingerly message is. Is that a message that's delivered gingerly or is it it almost sounds like it's going to be like a ginger power type of call. Like, we're coming to get you.
It might be both, depending on, I guess, what mood I'm in that day.
I guess.
But yeah, like for $25 you get a Vimeo link of the movie when it's done, and I get to call you, and you get a film credit, and $35 you get a signed DVD of the official release. And we did the official release in this one because of we don't know who's going to distribute the film yet.
Right.
But the official release will have all the DVD extras, and everybody usually wants all that stuff anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I made it the official release, and then the call and the credit in that one. And then $75 you get a T-shirt with the logo on it and everything, and a copy of all that jazz. $100 you get to go 2 tickets to the premiere, or if you in New York or LA. If you're not in New York or LA, I will dance your favorite song. Actually, I will actually do a music video sort of thing, but with me dancing.
Nice.
Your favorite song, and could be your band song sort of thing. And then $125 you get movie poster signed or 12 original art photo collage paintings, premiere tickets. $175 tickets to a dinner with Ginger Girls in New York, LA, or on the festival circuit. Because of the tours, I get to go to all these places, so I might be in a city that you are in, So
Right.
so dinner. And then we have $300. We have the Ginger Pride package, and that's all sorts of ginger, like a certificate of Ginger Pride and ginger goodies.
Yeah, I love it. Certificate of Ginger Pride. I love the idea of that. That's just with ginger beer, which I also really enjoy. That's fun. Now, I see a lot of this is, and your pledges go up even more. Like if you pledge 1,000, you get more stuff. A custom video shoot. 5,000. Product placement in a music video segment upon approval, with premiere tickets and all the other kind of fun stuff, and then even 10,000 or more. I like how you put a $10,000 one there, even though you're shooting for 5.
Well, because you never know.
Totally.
So I, it'd be great to raise more money. Then we can do more stuff. We can have more musical segments. We can have more elaborate historical reenactments. We could have more animated segments. So even the animation, that costs money. So.
Totally.
Because I'm not an animator, and I want it to look good. So it's the professional, aspect of all of it will increase, of course, by the money we raise.
Now, I know that you're making a movie here called Ginger Girls. What about the Ginger Boys out there?
Well, I didn't grow up as a ginger boy.
Mm-hmm.
That has been a question on Twitter. So I don't really know what the experience is like. I feel like some aspects are similar, like getting made fun of. But I don't think they're as sexualized, when they get older. I don't know how many plane tickets they get, sort of thing. That I found with the girls. But so, yeah, it is, kind of a feminist project, and I know some people don't like that term, but it is just about the equality of, men and women. So I know about girls, so that's what I'm diving into.
You know way more about girls than I do. I will never understand you people. At least not as to the degree I'm sure you'd like us to. So, that said, I like the idea that you're kind of making that feminist statement. I do agree. I mean, I think that ginger girls and redheaded girls are typically they play like one of two different types of character. They play like either a nerdier girl, or they play like the sex pot. You know what I mean?
And the villain. Don't forget the villain.
I can't think of a redheaded villain though. Give me. I'm sure you're right. I mean, I can tell you one. I've noticed something really interesting recently, and I can't get anyone to back me up on it. But maybe the people who watch this, and maybe yourself, Alexia, will get back me up on this. Have you ever noticed Best Buy commercials? If anyone out there, Best Buy, electronics store. They always feature a redheaded person in the lead of their commercials. And I believe strongly that it's because the red hair pops really good against the orange, the blue shirts.
Right. Yeah.
You look at the last 3 or 4 Best Buy commercials that have been put out over the past year, and they all have a redheaded lead.
Yeah. No, there's been a lot of advertising that I've noticed right about now. Banana Republic and just in the Macy's. There's like an animation that's coming out with CBS. It's Yes, Virginia, and the main character has red hair. Because it does pop out, and I've talked to artists, and they kind of say that same thing.
Now, do you think that for this time of year it's because people associate the color red with like a sale, or because of the holiday itself, or
I don't know if it's this time of year. I think like McDonald's, red and yellow are the best selling colors.
Right.
So I would think about that more. So.
Now, what do you think is the most inaccurate stereotype for the ginger girl?
Everyone, they're all different. I mean, some people say like, oh, they're all crazy, or they're all flighty, or they're all fiery, and everybody's different. I've met like coy and shy ginger girls. I've met really loud and rambunctious ones. I've met twins. That one's really talkative and one's not so much and more mellow, and so it really the stereotypes in general, they're not true. That's why they're stereotypes.
Fair enough. No, it's. Let me see. Let's see. Someone is also trying to. Lord Bronco on Twitter is also trying to pitch me the other one, the Flo, the progressive insurance girl. But I always saw her as more of a brunette, not redhead.
Yeah, I was thinking about her because of just the improv, but I don't know if she counts. I'm gonna have to look more closely.
And that would be a great conversation to have with her. It's like, I'm sorry, you don't rank.
No, because I mean that's the thing. Also, strawberry blondes, and some girls they look just more blonde,
right.
And then other girls look more brunette with red highlight, and so there is such a variety. And I think in my photo book, I'm going to have little sections sort of thing, but also with the ages, because it's all age. I'm interviewing girls of all ages.
Now, is that something else that you're planning on kind of having to accompany the film, like a photo book to okay. And do you already have, is that going to be something that is, you're hoping to lump into the deal with that, when you get distribution, or is it something you're going to self-publish, or is it going to be online only, or something that maybe we could pick up in a store one day?
Well, basically I'm going to pitch it to book publishers first. Mm-hmm. If they don't grab at this amazing idea, mm-hmm. Then I will have to self-publish it. And then, then that same thing with the movie. If I don't get a good enough deal, then I'll put them together, sort of thing, as a package deal. But if, say, I don't know, HBO or documentary channel or whatever goes for it, then, you can talk to them. I can talk to them, or whatever it is, about, working with who and the best co-promotion partners, because everybody kind of knows each other in the business, and work together in some aspect or another. So that's what's good about, working, and I've seen this watching Bill Plimpton, whether to work with folk, like he has a book coming out with Focal Press, and same thing with Lloyd Kaufman, too, Trauma Entertainment, they have books coming out, they have DVDs, and they're doing events, and it's all in the same.
Yeah, I was actually going to say to you, if you need any help with that, I could definitely make a recommendation. I work with Focal myself.
Oh, cool.
So, and I actually review book proposals. And I also write articles over at masteringfilm.com, so if you folks out there have not picked up on any of my articles, you can go over to masteringfilm.com and check out, I write under the film business category. So, how about them apples? So, so I was going to say, maybe not appropriate for on-air conversation, but we should chat sometime. I can give you some recommendations and contacts and stuff. But yeah, because they're a big photography book publisher as well. So there you go. That said, I know we've been talking a lot about obviously Ginger Girls because it's the most pressing thing that you've got going on here. I don't want to keep you on for too much longer, but I do want to ask you about I want to ask you about Adventures in Plymtoons and how you got involved with that project.
Great. Well, I met Mr. Bill Plimpton, the Oscar-nominated animator, for those of you who don't know who he is, about 10 plus years ago while I was interning, in college. And I saw him everywhere, every party, every festival. There's one specific place I volunteered for, the Golden Trailer, where he presented an award. But then also, I went to Sundance with them and showed trailers in this Airstream trailer. And I showed the Mutant Aliens trailer practically on a loop. And I just filmed the trailer, people would watch it, and people would, come out laughing. And, but it wasn't until I, watched, I got to watch his master class at a local cinema near me called the Cinema Arts Center, did I have the idea. And it was also really timing, because I had edited a documentary on Vampira and associate produced the one on Tebby Michaels, and so, but I'm an artist, so I tend to, be interested in artists. So that's when I got the idea, and I proposed it to him, and he said, put together a proposal, and he liked it. So, and 3 years later, we have a film.
It only took 3 years.
Yeah, quite right.
What is that like to know that you're entering into a commitment like that, and that that you basically are going to live the next 3 years of your life making and promoting and distributing this movie? Yeah,
you don't know. You just jump in, and you hopefully it's not 3 years, I mean, if we had more money, it wouldn't have taken that long, but it wasn't just about the money, it was about the follow-up with all the celebrities, and we interviewed, I interviewed so many people, in Bill's life, worked with him on voiceovers, and his brother, his sister, an ex-girlfriend, getting Terry Gilliam in the movie, Ed Begley Jr., Keith Carradine, everything, to editing, to doing green screen, not once but twice or 3 times over, every single part of it, takes time, including the promotion part of it. Mm-hmm. We went to San Diego Comic-Con a number of times, just promoting and creating the buzz for the
I'm jealous. I'm just letting you know, I'm jealous all up in there.
It's just work. It's fun, but it's just a zoo, I would like to go as not behind the table one time, but then, I don't know, but that, that you're just, you're walking in baby steps. Mm. So sometimes I like the protection of
your booth.
My cage. The clay cage.
Everyone's and you're like, come on, Ginger on display.
Right, exactly.
There you go. No, that's so you made that time, that commitment, and everything. Now, was working with Mr. Plimpton very was he very accommodating to the things you wanted to cover and to get into and all that?
Mostly. It took time, I think, for him to trust me and to give me like all his, most of his contacts to contact sort of thing, and also like he's really busy too, so it had to be on his set schedule.
Right.
He was doing Idiot St. Angels, and certain times, like he was spending more time on that, and so I'd help, because it only helps, to help, sort of thing.
Right.
I don't have to tell you, but yeah, you learn from helping somebody else. Take your own advice and things like that, whatever. So, so basically, we're all along, for the ride, sort of thing.
I am updating my Twitter status right now just to make sure people know only 14 hours left. They need to donate to this project ASAP. Let's get it done. All right, there we go. So. So one thing I want to do for everyone, because I know I don't want to take up too much more of your time, because I know you've got you got your dancing shoes on. I want to make sure that we go ahead. I want to, for those who aren't familiar with Adventures in Plymptoons, I think that we should go ahead and throw the trailer on for them, and then when we come back from that, we'll wrap up. We'll say goodbye to Miss Alexia Anastasio, and we'll go ahead and we'll probably stay on for a little while longer. Try to do some more. Promotion for her to try to for you to try to get you a couple more donations before we sign off for the night, and then once we do that, hopefully we can get this thing up and hopefully we can get this thing up on the net before the end of your campaign, so that maybe we can at least tweet it out and talk about it a little bit more before the campaign ends.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. So here we go, folks. The trailer for what I hope is the trailer. I didn't watch the whole thing. The trailer for Adventures in Plymptoons. If someone wanted to see this right now, where could they see it?
Well, the next festival is scheduled in April in Savannah, Georgia, at the Savannah Animation International Festival. So
Excellent.
It's on the festival circuit right now.
All right, well, here we go. Let's get to it, and everyone, the trailer for Adventures in Plymptoons will be right back.
You're probably wondering why I'm here. Because I want to warn you. There's a feller out there that's going to scare you to death. You know who that is? Billy Plimpton. Why, Bill Plimpton, who used to jump off a rock on top of the Clackamas River, flying through the air like a madman, like a banshee, stark raving naked. Ever hear of Billy Plimpton? You will!
Those flies are having sex!
Having sex and hearing people laugh are two of my favorite things. So I think in a perfect world, if I had sex in a movie cinema while people were laughing at my film, I would be in heaven. That would be, and I'll be drawing at the same time, drawing another film. To me, that is the perfect life.
If you go to sleep and dream and have bizarre, weird sex dreams and bizarre, gory slasher dreams or whatever, and everybody has them, I guess, and most of us do a pretty good job of sort of tamping that down, and in our jobs there's no real call to let all of that out.
She makes my Twinkie tingle, but she always rejects me.
Even though he's a perfectionist and a little bit neurotic about his perfectionism, he's also very gentle. Like there's not, a dark there are dark bones in his body, but it's not evil dark. He's not mercenary. He's got really a very gentle soul.
So Bill hired me to do Spud on Hair High, and the salary for my work was $1,000. But I wasn't a member of SAG at the time, and so I had to join SAG. And to join SAG, it cost me $1,500. So to do Hair High, I'm $500 in the hole.
Folks, it's a wonderful fall afternoon, and it looks like we've got a full house. It's the game of the year. Our Echo Lake Fighting Cocks versus the hated crosstown rivals, the Beavers.
Bill goes to a very subconscious place, a place that would be subconscious for most of us, but I think he lives there a lot. And things that we might dream or think, boy, I had that thought, but I wouldn't tell someone I had that thought. He just puts right out there.
Don't forget, Adventures in Plymptoons, coming your way.
Well, come on, baby, I'll show you how. Come on, baby, I'll show you how. We'll do it hot and we'll do it fast.
And we're back with director and starlet and producer and everything else in between, Miss Alexia Anastasio. That was the trailer for Adventures in Plymptoons, which is out and about on the circuit right now. It was just most recently up in Gloucester, Mass, right up here in my neck of the woods. You can see it down in, did you say Savannah, Georgia?
Yes.
Yes.
And if people want to see it near them, they can request it at a local cinema or a university. They can contact me, and we can sure to arrange it. A lot of places that I've been going, I've been setting up myself, including film festivals and things. So, just contact me where you live and what places are near you that show independent films.
Absolutely, and it's maybe by the time, let's see, we get our screening series set back up, maybe there'll be enough time out of Massachusetts where we could screen something up for you. So that because we would love to put your film in front of an audience, it'd be great, and also it'd just be great to meet you. So that's my excuse right there. It's like, I will show your movie, but only because I want to shake your hand. But no, that said, so we're kind of wrapping up right now, so that Alexia can go back to dancing the night away, because all girls want to do is dance, dance, dance.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to kind of throw out there to the audience about Ginger Girls, or anything else you're doing in general to kind of the parting words, as it were?
Yeah, no, it's just to anybody else making movies and promoting their stuff. It's just have fun, because everything shines through. Everybody kind of sees that. So I guess that's what I want to say. And then everybody can see my website at alexiaanastasio.com. I have a mailing list, and you can email me directly. I'm very approachable, and feel free to ask me questions or the like.
Awesome. You're so approachable. Loving it. Loving every minute of it. So I want to make sure that everyone knows again, when you're contributing to Ginger Girls, The Secret Lives of Redheads, what you're donating to here is someone who's continuing her film career. She's already got one film that's out there. So you're not you've got the proof is in the pudding right there. You want to see her previous work, you can look at the trailer. You can catch it at a festival near you. You can check it out. She's she's got a proven track record here. She's an actress as well. You can see her in other stuff, and you're contributing to someone telling a story that's very close to her, being a ginger girl herself, and come on, who wouldn't want to see a movie about the Ginger Girls? Come on now. I mean, even if you're the creepy dude like myself, I guess, who likes redheaded girls, not just because they're redheaded, but because they typically seem to have nice personalities. The red hair helps, though. Or just because, come on, you're helping someone out. It's awesome. It's that time of year. You're helping someone out. It's another fellow filmmaker, if you're a filmmaker out there, or if you're just someone who believes in those movies about women who, empowerment, women empowerment. Boom, you got something right for you right there. And they're really not, she's not looking for that much cash. So, just bump it on up. We've got 14 hours to go, and come on, $5,000, that's petty cash. Anyone can do that. Come on. Let's do it up. Now, when this campaign ends, success or failure, what is the next step?
That's a big question. Well, first it's probably crying a bit, and then get the holidays out of the way, and then starting. If it fails, I have to do another campaign. If it succeeds, then it's going back into production and interviewing girls. A lot of people have emailed in. Also, I've taken photos of 46 girls so far, and I'm hoping to get at least 500. So it's a lot of organizing, a lot of going out there. Also, the animated segments go back into the production. Music videos, getting more music, original music for the film, contacting celebrities, and also going into making those art pieces as well. As already, I have a cafe who wants to do a show in March. So, yeah, basically jumping in.
Excellent. Well, hopefully we get to see more Ginger Girls in the future. I look forward to following the development of this. I followed very closely the development of Adventures in Plymtoons for a while, and I was like David Foldy here in the audience here. He says he was a passive listener. It's pretty much what I was doing. I was just kind of sitting back and going like, this seems really interesting. I don't know anything about it, but it seems interesting. And now I'm really happy that I got to have Alexia here on the show, and I'm happy to be able to have a show that I can have her on, that I can talk about her film Ginger Girls and Adventures in Plymtoons on, and share it with people who might not be familiar with it. So hopefully we can turn some of these passive listeners into active donators. So.
And every dollar counts. Seriously,
Every dollar, absolutely. Come on, you guys, you can skip out on that latte at Starbucks tomorrow. Throw a couple bucks here in the tip jar, as it were, for Alexia, and get a new movie made. Because that's something everyone can enjoy. So I want to thank you for coming on, taking the time out of your busy campaign and chatting with us, and hopefully somewhere down the line this results in at least $1 or $2, or at least a share or two for your campaign.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So good luck with the rest of your campaign, and I'll be here when it's over if you need to cry. You're welcome. You have a good one. Everyone, that was Alexia Anastasio, and we're happy to have her on the show, and again, I'm happy to be on the air. We took some time off, as you guys know. We just came back with our last show on Thursday. We've been gone for a while now, so it was great to come back and just kind of get back in the saddle again. So we're shaking off the rust, and we're going to be back again this Thursday with another guest. And I think what I'm going to do now to kind of get this train rolling is I'm going to I think we're going to just end this now or in a moment, and that way we can hopefully get Alexia's footage available online as soon as possible. I'm rambling now because it's the end of the show, and I never know how to end these things. It's like, I can't tell you guys to go home. There's no easy way. I mean, usually I have Jerry, that'll frustrate me to the point of where I just want to leave, but he's not on right now. It's just us. So that said, I want to thank everyone who is listening passively or otherwise, or watching actively or actively donating. I want to thank Alexia again for coming on the show. I want to thank everyone again. Tune in on Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Thursday, unless we take a day off, every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at FilmSnobberyLive.com. You can follow everything that we do over at FilmSnobbery.com every day. We've got some big changes being planned on that site in the very near future, so I'm really looking forward to sharing that stuff with you as well. If you want to keep up with some of the other stuff we're doing, you can go hit us up over on Twitter.com/FilmSnobbery and Facebook.com/FilmSnobbery. That said, you can also follow our guest for the night, Alexia Anastasio, over at Twitter.com/Alexia Anastasio or Twitter.com/GingerGirlsFilm. You can follow either of those and find out more about what she's up to. She is a firecracker, redhead or not. I don't care. She's a firecracker. I like her. She's nice. I love having girls and female filmmakers on my show because I love to see them represented. I totally do. I want to also say congratulations to my friends Francis Sabby, Paul Bassetti, Ian Obetsky, Bridget Devlin Burke, and so many other people who just completed principal photography on their film Veil, which we also went ahead and we highlighted here. It was a Indiegogo project of the week that we did here. That also said, Another Indiegogo project of the week that is nearing its final days that we've been highlighting was Fetishville by Chris Gore. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, please do, but only after you've given all your money over to Alexia's project, which is over at www.kickstarter.com. Check out Ginger Girls. Check out everything she's doing. Contact her if you want to say hi. That's what I did. I just saw her on Twitter, and I was just like, we should talk sometime. And she totally did. She made time, and I was really happy for that. So that said, hopefully everyone here is having a good holiday season so far. Hopefully you got all your stuff that you've wanted. I know that we've got an extensive Christmas list here at Film Snobbery, and we'll be filling you guys and girls in more on that. I still can't shake this cough. We'll be filling you guys more on that in the next couple of weeks. Thank you.